Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing.
I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Well, I can tell you I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
Well, you can feel the blue touch paper has been well and truly lit here. Everyone expects, in one of the greatest amphitheatres in this part of the world, the Estadio Mas Monumental. We have already started here.
Yet another page in the history of this grand old rivalry.
Oh, what a climb! Just off target.
Well, he looks a little annoyed with himself, Peter, but he hit it well enough. Better look next time, maybe.
Oh, that's well spotted. And it's Messi.
Niceties are not part of this approach. This is actually quite aggressive.
Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Well, Peter, you can never emphasise enough just how important it is to have a dependable goalkeeper, and this fella, Emi Martinez, is certainly one that fits the bill. He's one of the characters left in the game nowadays. I mean, people describe him as a little eccentric, and truth be told, he is at times, but I think we need that in the modern game. We need our characters, we need our big personalities, and I'm glad we've got one here.
Yes, getting the best out of him will count for so much. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Argentina clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Oliveira. Oh, easy pickings there.
De Paul.
Great vision. Messi providing an outlet on that flank. And he's taking no chances there. And it's McAllister. Cross needs to be...
Big header! And it's hit the woodwork and out! And that's really well manoeuvred.
And he welcomes it in. Lisandro Martinez kept his eye on it, and he's there.
It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising,
but it turned out that was not the case.
That's good running with the ball. Picked out, shot, surely! Goal! Uruguay!
More or less by himself, as cool as you like.
Well, how's that for composure, Peter? You can see the keeper tried to put as much pressure on him by staying upright, but it didn't faze him, not in the slightest.
Uruguay have fired themselves in front.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
Now, can they get him away?
Oh, well played, well played.
And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point.
And the score is 1-0.
Great defending, strong and determined. Montiel. And that is a little undercooked. And that has not gone well. Messi. De Paul.
Good driving. There's the shot! A potential goal of the season contender, if only.
De Paul certainly looked hungry and exciting on the ball. Confidence is at play here.
And he's had it nicked away. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. This looks promising. Done delicately.
He's being urged to shoot.
Nunez.
Unable to make it happen for all his good intentions.
Ugarte.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
The less said about that pass, the better. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Well, it's ended up in no man's land. And he's been shifted off it. Montiel. Passing is crisp and sharp. Now it's Alvarez. The message is clear, none shall pass. Alvarez, he is onto this. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be. Tries from a long way out. Into the arms of the goalkeeper. And it's half-time here. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break.
Yeah, on the face of it, it looks a fair reflection of what we've all seen, Peter. Some incisive play one side, battling qualities on the other. I think this game is there to be won, and a minor tweak maybe all it needs to change it.
Well, it has been confrontational, combative, competitive, everything you'd expect from Derby Day. Uruguay happy to have the lead in a tight old game. Half-time, 1-0. And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half.
Uruguay definitely want to...
He's had a shot! It's there! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now.
Yeah, that's really well played, Peter. It's very, very simple. The ball through to him was just beautifully measured.
Uruguay are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Ugarte. Jimenez. Nunez might just make this. Ugarte. Can he get on the end of this? That looks a cracking ball. That is lovely.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And he's only too happy to take that back. Tries to play it through. Real chance! That's another chance! They've done it! And they are dragging it back! Game on again! Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Look, that's one of the first things you learn, whether you're a striker or not. Just anticipate a goalkeeping parry or spillage, and sometimes you'll get lucky, it'll come your way.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
What a difference a half-time rocket from the manager can make. This is exactly the response he'd be looking for.
He steps in, and that's the end of that. Argentina appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
That is good strength. Crossed into the box.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Nunez receives it in a good position here. Oliveira. Darwin being hunted in packs.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind them up in the process, Peter.
And the whistler's gone for a reckless challenge there. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Nunez gets flagged offside. Now he's off and running.
Uruguay are looking pretty rattled at the moment, Jim.
There's no doubt about that, Peter. It looks like they've had the proverbial carpet swept from underneath them. And it's amazing how much one goal can change things.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to make any prediction on this right now. And the pass is intercepted.
He's in a great position here. Played in deep. It is a corner.
Cambio en Argentina. Número
Uruguay
15.
with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually.
Número 18.
Expertly cut out, really nicely done.
Número 22.
It's a lovely, neat
Número
pass.
21. Número 8.
Uruguay surely
Número
have to be
3.
commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Keeper's dealt with that. Dealt with nicely by the defence.
Se está realizando un cambio.
The ball is loose and the chase is on.
Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball.
Uruguay have it back and can go again. Uruguay
Have, after this, one further opportunity to make a substitution.
looking for options for movement.
Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Alvarez takes a shot!
He would have been quick to recover this.
That has been knocked clear.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Great ball and he charged for a shot! And yes, it's there!
Yeah, a fantastic run and a fantastic pass to play him in. Both needed to be timed to perfection, and they were.
Se van a jugar 4 minutos de
Clinical,
compensación.
just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
He has simply been truly awesome. He really has stamped his authority on this.
2 up and very little time left. Surely this is it.
Well, I think if they're going to have any hope from here, they'll need to see their more experienced lads step up to the plate now.
Short changes him with that pass.
Tries to pass it through.
Well, at least they acknowledge the effort.
And that is that. It's a super show all round. Both sides doing their best to impose themselves, but one evidently, undeniably better equipped than the other. The end of the game. Reflections?
That is a superb win. This is one of those games where...